Hi dear Hamatzlichim followers, this is another thought-provoking post for the frum businessman or the frum professional at the workplace. A lot of times we hear from the outside world a lot of messages, a lot of guidance on how to become successful, especially somebody who is doing well in business and is very ambitious, would like to know, how can I be even more successful? How can I really reach the fullest of my potential? And a lot of these messages are very, very interesting. They're very, they sound beautiful, sound great, but a lot of times they address and are very dangerous for a firm person. A lot of times the messages contain the following content. They're saying that there's no easy money, and the way you become successful in business is by putting in extra hours, hard work, working more than the others, working on the Sundays. Some people actually have this approach to business that they always work on Sundays because they want to have the competitive edge. They want to be competitive. They want to have put in more work than the others and then succeed more. The question is this the right approach from a Jewish perspective? Is this the Jewish hashkafa? And what is the Jewish approach to wealth in terms of when does HaKadosh Baruch Hu give somebody wealth? And in order to do that, I would like to cite a quick Pirkei Avos. It's Perek Shlishi, Mishnah Hey in my Pirkei Avos. Rabbi Nechunya ben Akona Oimer, Kol HaMekabel Olav Oil Toiro, Ma'avirim Mimenu Oil Malchus V'Oil Derech Eretz. Somebody who's mekabel the old Torah, so he's being, HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes away from him the oil malchus v'oil derech eretz. We'll speak about the oil derech eretz, which is the oil parnose. Somebody who throws away, does not want the oil Torah, oil malchus v'oil derech eretz. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives him the oil malchus, the oil derech eretz. If you look in the Rabbeinu Yoina here, it's a beautiful pshat. He speaks about the fact that somebody who is mekabel oil Torah, which means is that he makes his Torah the ikar. It makes him, this is his main occupation. If he does that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless him. He will, the way Rabbeinu Yoina says it, he says, שלא יצטרך לעשות מלאכה הרבה לצורך פרנסוסוי ובמעט יספיק לו לכדי חיוב כי מלאכת הצדיק מזבורך ונפשו ישמחו בחלקוי. A lot of interesting things. You can be medayik a lot in his lotion. But what I would like to focus is on the מלאכת צדיק מזבורך. We see in this Rabbeinu Yoina, and if you look at the Maharal, you'll see a beautiful, beautiful explanation of it. You see the worldly way of becoming wealthy and successful is not the HaKadosh Baruch Hu's system. There is a system that HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts in for every Jew there. Okay, there's a special way HaKadosh Baruch Hu blesses somebody by wealth, and this is either by his mazel, which we don't speak about now, or as a schar for his mitzvahs and his avodas Hashem. And this is where a Jewish person has to properly and thoroughly think about this and decide for himself. Does he choose HaKadosh Baruch Hu's system, or does he choose the worldly system? According to the Jewish hashkafa, wealth and financial prosperity does not come as a direct result of your hard extra work. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you a blessing. And if HaKadosh Baruch Hu blesses you with financial prosperity, then you will be wealthy. But the way to do it and to achieve it, according to this source, is by making your learning in Avodas Hashem the ikar. It does not mean you do not have to work. It means you have to work a reasonable amount of time. If you do that and then you focus on Limud Torah and focus on Kiyum Mitzvahs, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless you, and you will also be blessed in your work, which means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless your business based on your focus. If your focus is Avodas Hashem and Kiyum Mitzvahs and Limud Torah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless your business and you will become successful. Why is it? This is what I mentioned to you before. This is the Maharal who explains that this is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's world. This is how the system works. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give a Jew who wants to learn Torah more time to learn Torah and more opportunities to help others and do chesed and do kiyum mitzvahs. So therefore he blesses his business so he can do that more. But if somebody who's chasing after wealth, chasing after extra work, chasing after the nights and after the days and after the Sundays that he can work, he neglects limud Torah, he neglects his family time, the chinuch that he has to give to his children, which is a mitzvah, and the time with his spouse, his wife, or his husband, her husband. All this is not HaKadosh Baruch Hu's system. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but there is a way of earning money that way. But this is not the Jewish approach. You see, we want to be in the system of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We want that the money that we receive is a blessing from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if a person decides not to go in this track, he still might be successful, and he still might earn money, but his spiritual level will be much lower. He will not have such a hanua from learning, and his neshama, he will not be happy inside. Okay, it will not reach the level of ruchnius that he should be at. And I think that we, as frum businessmen, as frum professionals at the workplace, have to decide for ourselves that we want to be on HaKadosh Baruch Hu's path. We want to be on a kava ruchni. We'll speak about this a little bit more, but just think about that, and I hope that we can be mischazik and really decide for ourselves that we want to be in the system of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We want to work hard on our business, but we want to make our learning and our kiyum mitzvahs the ikar, so that HaKadosh Baruch Hu blesses us with wealth.